He's waiting in the sidelines in heat number 2. That was Fran VANHOUTTE. She'll be absolutely one to watch in this distance. But this, our first 7 to get us going on day 9 of the World Games. The World Games is at the absolute pinnacle of the sport of speed skating, and as a result, we are being spoiled by seeing the world's best skaters that line up in front of you right now. And we are underway, and you'll see that some of these athletes are absolutely going from the gun. We have Catalina, LORCA taking the early lead on this race. 5 laps of the track. So it will be tactical. It's clocking that first split in a race like this. They're still biding their time at the moment. Just keep an eye, she's wanting to control things, but it is LETELIER with the bronze in the road. I think it's on the track. The Mexican. All the athletes will be wanting to win this heat because it will just mean they're safe. They won't know the times of the following heats. So it's almost a race against your competitors. If you are 2nd, 3rd or 4th, sometimes even lower, it's going to be a matter of just hoping that you are in a quick heat. And it looks as though GUO Dan just off the pace at the back there. Well, this could come from any of these athletes. We heard the bell, the first over the line after this final corner is guaranteed a place in the semi-finals, and the rest will be down to the time. And it looks like Katerina KAINOVA has secured her place into the semi-finals. The athlete from Czechia had a bit of a lumpy ride through these games, and she will be happy and relieved, no doubt, to get to race again, and she won't need to be worrying about the clock in the following races. LORCA led out for so much of it. She seemed happy to cruise over the line for 2nd. And it will be 16 athletes that make it into the next round. And then the times are erased in a sense. And it will be a clean sheet when they start again in those semis later on this session. Well, it might be a sprint competition, but by the time we get to the final, these sprinters will have done 1,000 meters 3 times over. That defines the standings. Just to remind you, will be the winner that's guaranteed a slot. The rest, it all comes down to time. We have 4 heats to get through this. The lineup of heat number 2. Fran VANHOUTTE, the Belgium. 3 medals, including a gold. She's got the full set already, but this, a discipline that definitely suits her skill set. You just see the light blue on the left-hand side of your screen. On the inside, LEFEUVRE. Another sure favourite over this distance. Well, this is what makes this race very interesting, because the French woman, LEFEUVRE, has 2 medals from the distance events, and VANHOUTTE 3 medals from the sprint. So total mixture of athletes who could excel over what is officially a sprint, this 1,000-meter distance. LEFEUVRE just happy to set the pace early on. Not seen too much from Dominika Gardi in these games. She's doing her work on the front. She's going to be able to hold that position for another 2 laps. And she's trying to slot in and not lose too much space as the rest of the field come past. VANHOUTTE. It's going to be hard to beat. And the rest of the field are going to be hoping that the time is quick, as you have the World Games champion in the mix. And it is quicker than the previous heat by a considerable margin, which will bode well for that heat. Seeming happily to accept and let Fran VANHOUTTE take that win. She is going to be one of the real favourites to watch in this competition, if she's still got any reserves left after what has been an absolutely packed schedule. Well, this is a short distance for the distance athletes, the endurance athletes, but comes a bit of a test of endurance for those sprinters. That confirms a winning time of 1:27.102. Slight change, but still more than a second faster than the winners of heat number 1. So that means that those athletes in heat 2 will be feeling confident as they watch the times of these following heats unfold. I don't know where to start with this start list. We have such a lineup. Let's expect this to be a fast heat. Well, standing side by side, Ecuador and Colombia, notable with their yellow suits, shared the podium. Previously. And on the inside, keep an eye on Larissa Geiser. She has just been buoyed by a bronze medal only last night, and she's not had a chance to celebrate, pick herself up and focus. And what could be another medal for Germany. 3 taken to the front now. Right over the 500 meters. She won the silver on the track already. And that would show signs that the 1,000 meters could well be a distance closer to her heart than some of the shorter sprint events. But poised on her shoulder. Keep an eye on Maria TIMMS. She is always such a cool customer, so good when it comes to the tactics. In fact, won this event at the World Championships just last year. We have the reigning world champion poised, and there she hears the bell. She is not going to be poised anymore. She's made her move, and she is going to be pretty confident. She doesn't need to worry about what is going on behind her. Well, that is showing the class of a world champion. She has time to glance over her shoulder as she cruises over the line. And again, 1:26.8. We are just getting faster here. This is a tough heat to be in. We've seen the times coming down, and that means that even though it might have been dominated by the athlete from Colombia, the rest of the heat still have a very good chance of making it into the semi-finals and having a chance to race again. Well, we've gone under 1:27 comfortably with that winning time. And it's looking good for Larissa Geiser as well with a 1:27.0. Luis Arias, Geertz Gonzalez. We'll have to wait and see. We did have a couple of athletes who've chosen not to start in this competition. And it has, as we've mentioned, been an absolute... Our final heat. They will know the times that they need to beat. Yet again, packed with medalists already from these games. We've got the full 8 lining up. And this is going to be a fast and a packed heat. And very quickly we see action coming from Jasmine Foster. Yet to really feature and put a mark on these games. Her second games, having had the experience of racing at home. The World Games when they were held in Birmingham, Alabama 3 years ago. Can she build on that experience? Do something here, make it into the semi-finals with a chance to get more experience and race again. Right now, it is Gabriela Vargas. She performs so well in the points race, so we know she's got the tactical mind. She's keeping an eye on what's going on behind her right now. I'll be hearing the bell next time around. But creeping up through, keep an eye on Gabriela Rueda. She'll be wanting to secure the win more as a matter of a statement. And yeah, there she goes. When it counts, Rueda is there. Gabriela Rueda is making this look easy. Colombia are looking like they want to dominate. That was a slower heat, a bit more tactical. That's going to be a nervous wait for those athletes finishing behind the leader, because it comes down to times from the overall heat. And we had almost 30 athletes in total. Only 16 will get to race again in the semi-finals. Vargas almost set it up, and then Rueda, when she wanted to go, she just said, okay, I'm off. And look at that, absolute domination. So far, 2 golds and a silver for the Colombian. I think she's got her eyes set on one more. See whether they get to race again. Oh, Gabriela Rueda already knew she was short of a second race, and that confirms that Anna Šimek and Gabriela Vargas Sarmiento have made it through. That just shows that he was a little bit slower, because 4th place Lee Yerim missing out. To see the times from the earlier heats. But that is 3 of our 16 qualifiers coming from the final heat. Let's imagine the middle 2 heats, the quickest. We'll see more of those qualifiers. Well, the big Q confirming those that won their heats. That was Maria TIMMS, Fran VANHOUTTE, Gabriela Rueda, who we just witnessed, and a great performance for Katerina KAINOVA. They are joined by 12 of the next fastest skaters. And just sneaking in the Ecuadorian athlete, Gabriela Vargas Sarmiento. She'll be relieved that she gets to race again. Disappointment for Valentina Letelier Cartagena. She won't be adding to that bronze medal she got on the road just outside of the semi-final qualification to prepare to come back onto this stage, to this set in front of us for the semi-finals. And then I'll be hoping they make it through into the finals. And note, some of these will be racing again later, as we do have the 10,000 meter elimination still to come. It is an absolutely packed schedule here. I'll note the times. I think they are reflective. Maria, TIMMS, Ariza putting her mark out there. And I imagine she'll be looking to win her semi-final and secure a place through there. Marine LEFEUVRE, the long distance athlete, very tactical mind. She'll be one to keep an eye on as we move through these rounds. Well, that can